We're at the Body Built Chair Factory in beautiful Navasota, Texas, where they're getting ready to ship out our next order of 24/7 chairs. We call this our intensive use line, and this is a special chair in that it's made with leather upholstery, and it's got this double stitch loose pull stitching on it that really improves looks, number one, but also comfort, because this just kind of conforms more to your body. Even though Body Built is known for their contoured seat pan design, this double stitch loose pull really adds comfort. We're going to take this to the demo room and show you some of the features of this, show you the adjustability. This chair is meant to be highly adjustable so you can adjust between workers as shifts come in and out. Like I said, this is going to a control room where they use this chair 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there are 3 shifts of people sitting in this all day long. So that's a good feature to have, adjustability. So let's go to our demo room and I'll show you how we set this chair up. Okay, we're in the demo room at the factory, the Body Built factory, also known as Ergogenesis. That's the parent company. But we wanted to come in here and show you the functionality and some of the features of this 24/7 chair before we ship it off to our customer. And the first thing I want to point out is, and give you a close-up look, is this fine leather that's on here. It is a double stitch and loose pull upholstery. Now that does a couple things with the fine leather. It gives it a real good look and feel. It looks fantastic, but also it kind of makes it more comfortable. It fits your body better. Now, Body Built's already known for their contoured seat pan, and we've demonstrated that elsewhere on our website. But it's kind of like the old tractor seat pan, if you think of that. And that does support more of your body. And this double stitch loose pull actually adds to that. It really makes it comfortable. You can just kind of fit in the chair. And that's really important for operators that are in a control room or a 911 call center. 7-hour shift, sitting for long periods of time. You want to make sure your folks are comfortable. Another feature of this 24/7 chair is it's highly adjustable. Now that's very important because most control rooms and 911 call centers have multiple shifts coming in, and nobody's the same exact body size. So this will have the adjustability to fit all users. This is what I call our Big and Tall series. It's warranted up to 500 pounds. We also have a 300-pound model. It's the same chair, it's just a little bit narrower seat pan and mechanism. I normally recommend that control rooms or 911 call centers get a combination of the 500-pound and the 300-pound. Reason being is a 300-pound person can sit in here just fine, but a 500-pound person can't really sit in a 300-pound chair. So if you have a combination of those, it gives you more flexibility. But I usually do recommend at least one of these. As folks come and go, you might have some of those big and tall folks that come in and need a bigger chair, and you're ready for them. So that is this model. It's a big and tall model. Let's look at some of the adjustability on this chair. First of all, I usually start out with an ergonomic evaluation in a chair with your feet on the floor. Your feet need to be firmly supported on the floor. It's not really healthy to sit with your feet dangling. You're cutting off circulation. And at Kinamics, and for sure the Body Built chairs, we're all about what we call open postures. Open postures increase blood flow, circulation, and help with breathing. And so that would constrict your blood flow if your feet were dangling off the end. So it's very important that you have your feet resting on the floor. If for some reason your legs are really short, you need to look at one of the footrests that are available out there. So that is an important thing, feet on the floor. Then we come up to the knees. The knees need to have about 2 fingers of space between the waterfall edge. That's already very comfortable, but you don't want that crammed up against the back side of your knee. Again, you're going to cut off circulation. So we usually say if you can have about 2 fingers of room between the back of your knee and the front of that chair, you're going to be fine. And moving on up in the seat, this has a couple of adjustments on it. It's got a tilt mechanism on it. You pull this paddle up, and the paddles are all clearly marked. There's no question that the front paddle is the tilt mechanism. So that will tilt the seat pan in this direction. We are in the middle, it says up, down. So it's labeled clearly on that, and that raises the entire seat pan up or down. The third paddle in the back controls the angle of the backrest. So you can have some adjustability in that. And you just pull that up where you find yourself comfortable, let it go. Now, one thing I'd like to add is you're really not supposed to sit in one position all day long. And that is another feature of these adjustabilities on all the Bodybuilt chairs. These paddles that you can have multiple adjustments on will help you vary your working position throughout the day. And that's another healthy way to sit. They call that active ergonomics. Maybe you want to sit a little more upright when you're typing sometime. Maybe you want to lean back a little bit more. Be sure and support your head when you lean back. Say if you're reading or doing something on a tablet and you want to, or talking on the phone and you want to lean back. The point is that active ergonomics and adjustability. So these three paddles do that. This intensive use line also has a front lever on it where you can adjust the seat pan slide. We'll actually slide that in and out, and that's a pretty handy thing. Again, as people have longer legs, you can slide that in and out and adjust that. So that's pretty handy. You just lift that up and adjust that out. So we've covered everything on the seat pan. These armrests, again, totally adjustable. We can raise them up and down. We can pick them up on both sides and rotate them. And then you can also bring them in and have more support. Again, you're supposed to support your arms whenever you're working on a keyboard or any other desk activities, and they'll just slap in and out. So totally adjustable, move in and out. We've talked about the backrest angle. Now let's talk about the lumbar area. This lumbar area is adjusted with, these are half-inch increments. You can hear a click, 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 and you want to put that lumbar right in the lumbar area of your back. There's a special lumbar padding here, and when you start over by lifting it all the way up and all the way down, and you find that exact spot. Again, it can fit many, many users that way. So that's pretty much got everything going up your back. Now, you want to be sure and support your head whenever you're doing work. That's very important. This is actually a neck support, not a head support. We call it a neck roll for that reason. Total adjustability, up, down, just like the backrest went up and down, and you start over again. But you want to put that in the curvature of your neck. That's the purpose of the neck roll. And so it's very important that you have that adjustability. So we've gone from the feet all the way up to supporting the head and all the adjustability this chair has.